By now, there's absolutely no doubt that we've all seen the brand new Five Nights at Freddy's Jazwares figurines. We have our very first withered figurines and toy figurines, and this is super exciting. But Funko left some pretty big holes in the Five Nights at Freddy's figure line. So today we're going to be talking about things that Jazwares could make that would be potentially fantastic figurines and finally fill in these long left abandoned holes in the character list. So to start off, we'll go over Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So obviously with the brand new line, we have Freddy and Bonnie. We don't have a look at Chica or Foxy yet, but I can assure you guys they will definitely be there. There's no way they'd make a Five Nights at Freddy's line without two of the most iconic characters in the whole franchise. Since these are just prototypes, they're definitely just showing us what they have. They probably have everything ready for Foxy and Chica, they just haven't done it yet, but we'll be seeing those soon, I'm sure. So these two would both be great, and especially if they could do the same thing with their endoskeleton. But honestly, I don't think they'll be able to, because it seems like Chica would have a completely different endoskeleton as well as Foxy, whereas Freddy and Bonnie can both barely get away with it, but I don't think Foxy and Chica could, so I feel like we might not be seeing this. But something really exciting that we could see is a potential Springtrap and Spring Bonnie figurine. Now this would be amazing if they did it and the endoskeleton was William Afton's corpse. That would be potentially the best Five Nights at Freddy's figurine we've ever gotten. The only other Springtrap figurine we've ever gotten was the Funko one, and yeah, that's great, but it's definitely not the best. And Spring Bonnie, we literally have zero merchandise of. We have never gotten a piece of merchandise about Spring Bonnie, so this would be really, really amazing. So Jazwares, please pull your weight and do this. Other than that, though, I think everyone in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is covered. They're definitely going to bring out a Golden Freddy because it would literally just be like a color swap. Like, it wouldn't even be that difficult. It's the same thing with Bonnie, like with Spring Bonnie. If they wanted to make Spring Bonnie, they could just color Bonnie yellow and change up a few things and he'd be fine. So moving on, we'll talk about the second game. And these ones I feel like are a lot more likely because we've literally got the second movie coming out later this year and they're already making the toy animatronics. So I feel like these ones are more likely. I would love to see a marionette figurine. I can't believe we haven't got one already. We've gotten like pop vinyls and stuff and plushies. There's even a plushie in the brand new Jazwares wave, but there's no figurine. I'm sure they're going to do it though. There's no way they wouldn't. And we know that Puppet's going to be in the movies. So, you know, it'd be perfect opportunity. Like, why wouldn't they? Then the next person I'd really like to see would definitely be Balloon Boy. We got so incredibly close to getting a Balloon Boy figurine. We literally had the mini little one from Funko, but they never made a full-size one or anything, which is such a disappointment because there's literally a Balloon Boy figurine in the movie. Why couldn't they just make this a normal figurine? We also got those really weird balloon Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy figurines from Funko. They were kind of Balloon Boy-esque, but like, they're not Balloon Boy, they don't count. So I think this would be a really good chance. And also, like, the first movie literally had Balloon Boy in it. Like, there is no better time to make a Balloon Boy figurine than now. So Jazwares, please make us a Balloon Boy. We don't want this stupid Funko Pop, we want a cool figurine. Next up, I'd love to see Endo 02. So we have the first endoskeleton from the first game, but the design for the ones in the second game are actually slightly different. I'd really like to see a figurine of these guys made. Again, with Funko, we almost got this. They had the mini one, but they never made a bigger one, which is such a shame. I really don't understand why. Along with that, Funko never made these, but I think Jazwares will, since they've made Withered Bonnie and Withered Freddy. There's no way they don't make Withered Chica and Withered Foxy. Like, they're literally going to be in the movie. There's no way they don't make them, not a shot. And if they don't, I will literally kill everyone who works at Jazz. I think that just about covers everyone from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The only other person I can think of is JJ, which would just be like a Balloon Boy color swap figurine. And that'd be really easy to do, but I don't know if they'd bother. I feel like if they did, it'd probably be some sort of convention exclusive, like a Comic-Con or something. That'd be cool, but again, I don't think anyone really cares because no one really cares about JJ, let's be real. But it'd still be really cool. So moving on to Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Springtrap, I think we already have confirmed from Jazwares that we will be getting. So I really want to see some Phantom figurines. People don't realize, but these designs are actually pretty different. Like, Withered Freddy is missing his leg. That's why he limps in the window of the third game. And Phantom Foxy, I think he's a bit more beat up. And, obviously they're really green and destroyed. I know that these would probably just be like the same molds with like slight changes, but still, like, this would be so cool. Even as just like a little side thing, I think they should really do it. I think the Phantoms would be awesome to have. Phantom Puppet is terrifying. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's sitting right there and it'd just be perfect. Even if they wanted to make something new, they could do a Michael Afton figurine. That would be sick. I would absolutely love that. Anyway, then moving on to Fnaf 4, we kind of have everything we'd want already. We got the Nightmare Wave from Funko years ago. It wouldn't surprise me if Jazwares did their own take on this, and honestly, I'd be up for it. Those figurines are pretty hard to find these days, I've heard. So it'd be nice to have a re-release, and they'd probably be way more accurate since Funko is notoriously inaccurate with their figurines. So this would definitely be a big thumbs up in my book. I think they should really do this. Another Nightmarion figurine would be really cool. A Nightmare Fredbear. Oh, that would be sick. We've never gotten any Fredbear figurines, I don't think, so that would be awesome. And while they're at it, they might as well just make Fredbear, on his own. They could even do a 2-pack like the Freddy and Withered Freddy. That would be really cool, and that would be really easy to make because they're similar builds and stuff. And maybe a Nightmare figurine instead of a normal Fredbear, because we literally don't know what Fredbear would probably look like, except for that UCN design, which is literally just a recolored Freddy. So that would be really cool. I hope they do that. I would be really up for that. And then from Fnaf 4, we also have the Jacko figurines, which we got a Jacko Chica from Funko. That was just a recolor. It'd be cool to see one that's actually hollow and has a light in it or some sort. Jack Specific brought out these supersonic figurines and their heads light up. So something like that would be really cool. But I don't really care about the Jacko figurines, so honestly, they can do what they want. I don't care that much. But what I would really like to see is a Nightmare Mangle. That would be really, really cool. Nightmare Mangle is a really cool character, and they're already making a Mangle, so I don't see why not. I think it'd be cool. Anyway, then moving on to Sister Location. This really excites me because I actually, believe it or not, I don't have the Sister Location wave. I never found it in stores and I never bought it. I just didn't, and honestly, I really regret it. These figurines are cool. So if they redid these and re-released them, I would definitely be up for that. It wouldn't surprise me if the third movie kind of revolved around those guys instead of Fnaf 3, because that would literally just be like Springtrap, and that'd be boring. So it'd be cool if they covered these guys, because I don't think they're going to adapt Fnaf 4. And a proper Ennard figurine would be really cool. Baby, Funtime Freddy, all of them. They could even incorporate some sort of thing where the faceplates actually move. I remember they made some Funko Pops that did this. They didn't move, but they were like open and exposed. And those are some of the coolest pieces of merchandise we've ever gotten. Like, this is such a cool concept. It's crazy that they haven't done more with it. So yeah, I hope Jazwares does this and makes like the panels actually move. That would be really, really, really cool. It would also be cool if we saw Yendo. Yendo would be awesome. And a proper Lolbit that wasn't like extremely rare and hard to come by, because that thing is so annoying to try and get. I haven't even bothered. And then we move on to Fnaf 6, Pizzeria Simulator. So we did get a wave of these guys from Funko, but guys, let's be real, their picks absolutely suck. They didn't make Scrap Trap, which would have been amazing. They did make Circus Baby, the Freak Baby, whatever it's called, but it's like the collectible figurine, so it's really hard to come by. So I would really hope that they would make a proper one. Lefty was also really cool, but he was a little bit inaccurate, so that would be cool to see again. And it'd be cool as well if they did some sort of thing with a puppet, like Funko did with their statue. That was really, really cool. So if they redid that in some sort of way, I would be really up for that. That would be sick. We never got Rockstar Bonnie or Rockstar Chica. That would be cool to finish it off. But honestly, I don't think these figurines would sell that well, because no one really cares about the characters from that game. They're really not that interesting, in my opinion. So I wouldn't really care if they did it or didn't do it. But yeah, either way, like, the more merchandise they do, the better. So yeah. Ultimate Custom Night doesn't really have any of its own figurines. It's just, own characters. It's just characters from old games. So honestly, I don't really know what they could do here. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a UCN Fredbear that they could make, but they'd probably just make a Fredbear on its own. They wouldn't really connect it back to UCN. I think that'd be kind of stupid, because again, UCN doesn't really like have any of its own unique characters. It's just like its own thing, you know, on its own. It'd be cool if they did maybe some of the anime characters. I would be up for that from those cutscenes. That would be really cool. But again, that would just be strange. And like, I feel like all of us as a collective have had enough of our really weird random figurines that we've gotten over the years from Funko, of like their weird recolors and their random OCs. Like, we just want the game characters. We don't want all these weird random characters that someone at Funko just wants to make desperately. Like, we don't care about that. Anyway, then we move on to Security Breach, and this one I really want to see them cover, because I think they could make something fantastic. From the molds we've seen of the characters that they've done already, they could do something amazing if they covered Security Breach. They can make really accurate figurines. They could have a Freddy where his chest's open. Like, the potential is sitting right there, because those characters are still pretty popular right now. So if they covered that, that would be fantastic. I would be over the moon about that. I feel like I've been pretty vocal about the fact that I hate the Funko ones, and I still hate them so much. They're so lazy, they're so poorly made. So seeing new ones of these would be awesome. And then if they covered the shattered animatronics, that'd be even better. We did get a shattered Glamrock Chica and a shattered Roxy from Funko, and to be fair, they were really good figurines, but I feel like Jazwares could just do it better, so I trust them more with it. It'd also be amazing to see a Mimic figurine. Holy moly, that would be cool. I would be the first person to buy that, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Mimic. I think he's so cool. It'd also be cool to see some human characters finally. Like if we saw Cassie and Gregory, I would definitely buy those. I think they would be cool, and they wouldn't even be that hard to make. Like, they have 3D models of these guys. You know, they have all the access, all the parts. They just need to make them. So honestly, I think it'd be pretty easy, and it'd be pretty cool to see. And also shattered Monty. That would be so cool. Like, it'd be smaller obviously, but imagine, that would be sick. I remember there were concepts going around where people were making their own Funko versions, and they looked awesome, and I was so disappointed when they didn't actually make them. But now is like the perfect opportunity to make them properly. So, you know, Jazwares, you have the perfect chance on your hands. You should definitely do it, I think. But anyway, I think that about does it for everything Five Nights at Freddy's. I wouldn't really imagine them to do any Fnaf World figurines or anything. If they did, that'd be cool, but Fnaf World hasn't been popular for a long time, and Scott kind of wrote it off, so honestly, I don't expect them to do anything with that, and I'm okay with that. I don't really like those characters, and if people really want figurines of them, they can go to the Fnaf Fightline figures. They were pretty much recreations of the Fnaf World characters. So honestly, I think that's fine, just how it is. You know, Funko actually did well on that one for once, because it wasn't like proper Funko. It was like a Fightline thing, probably made by someone who actually cares about the franchise, you know. Anyway, they'll probably do figurines for Secret of the Mimic, which would be cool. I wouldn't mind picking those up. You know, they'll probably do the Mimic's alternate costumes and Jackie, and, you know, maybe they'll do a David figurine or something. That'd be really cool. I'd be up for that. But, you know, time will tell. We'll just have to see when that game comes out. By the way, are you guys excited for that? Because I think it looks really cool. Also, I forgot to mention Dreadbear and Glitchtrap. They would both be really cool. And, like, Grim Foxy and stuff. That'd all be cool. But Funko's already done those. And I feel like they're characters that nobody really cares about that much, in all honesty. So I would not really care if they did or didn't do these. But if they do, you know, I'd probably pick them up. I think they'd still be really cool. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you thought, and let me know what you think of all these. Would you pick these guys up, or would you not care about them? And what do you think of Jazwares having the license finally? Do you think we're going to see some cool characters that we've never gotten before, or do you think we're just going to see more dumb repeats and recolors like we have in the past with Funko? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. I'll see you guys next time with a new video, and I hope you stay well in the meantime. Peace out and have a good night.